Oh, here we go, Blue. I am excited. Schulzzy has done so well.
Baby.
Turbi has done so well this whole tournament. Here we go, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you mentioned, Schulzzy currently undefeated run straight through. We'll see if Turbi can put a dent in that run. I will definitely have to see here as... Oh, look at this team. I love it. It looks sick.
It does. If you're alluding to Schulzzy's team, I believe there's not too much different that I could recall off the top of the head here. Schulzzy, if you guys know, he was our finalist, a runner-up against 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗴 in the previous tournament. So back-to-back grand finals. Schulzzy is not to be slouched on. It's truly so impressive. Ever since I've seen him play in our streams, he's gone so crazy in these battles. So good on Schulzzy. Can he finally lock down a grand finals here today? It will be his first time. I believe Turbi, I have to look back at these tournament records. I believe Turbi is also battling for his first ever plus tournament victory. I'm pretty sure he's won some other tournaments in the past, but just because of the time zone difference, I don't think Turbi has managed to squeeze out the victory in one of our tournaments. So, hey, we do get to crown a new champion here today. Is it Schulzzy or Turbi? Only time will tell in this best of 3 series. Hey, Stone, 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗶, All right, I'm pretty sure these guys both have fans in the chat. I'm just here for a good game overall.
Absolutely. Same here. I just wanna see baller games like that previous series. My God. I mean, again, we'll have to see Roller. Yeah, as you mentioned, get picked first. The 𝗬𝗂𝗇 removed straight away for Schulzzy. Does not want to deal with the sleepy gaming. That was quite the control.
Yeah, you know, he's been electing to go with 𝗬𝗵𝗶, but against a rotor and potentially things like a 𝗂𝗀𝗶𝗆, a 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗶, I don't think you want to pick up a 𝗧𝗲 here. So Schulzzy has a lot of coverage against that 𝗧𝗲, so not able to pop off with that 𝗧𝗲 as he did against Lulu. Instead, elects to cover his bases with that 𝗬𝗃𝗧, just in case it is a 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗆. You got that turn 1 Tourney, but oh man, having that counter pick the 𝗂𝗀𝗆 with that hasty lunge, staring that 𝗬𝗃𝗧 straight down, saying, are you sure you want to go ahead and use a Tourney? I'm going to chip away 60 to 70 to even 80% of your HP if you stay in. So let's see how it pans out, of course, in that opening bell. And hey, Buffduck, did he really? I am such a 𝗶𝗶𝗶. Turbi, apologies, champ. Apologies, Turbi. Oh, I am so bad. Turbi, don't mind me. Don't mind me. I said before, to be fair, I said I had to look back at the tournament records. So, Buffduck and Turbi, big apologies, guys. You know I don't mean any harm. You know, we have had 53 champions, or rather 52 champions in the past. So, you know, sometimes you guys all get a little mix and match in my head. But that's why we have the records, of course. But here we go. 𝗬𝗃𝗧 and 𝗬𝗂𝗇 and 𝗬𝗵𝗵 rounding out Schulzzy's team. And looks like Turbi managed to pick up the 𝗶𝗶𝗃 and the 𝗃𝗃𝗆 to conclude his team as well. So nice little win package on Turbi's side.
Oh, Sierra and 𝗬𝗃𝗆 opening here. And for Schulzzy, 𝗂𝗀𝗆 and Roller. Beefy boys versus a bit more of a finesse on the side of Turbi. And again, we'll have to see how this will operate.
And yeah, as you said, grand finals time. Let's see what these guys want to open with. Of course, 𝗬𝗃𝗆 has available to him Plague, 𝗬𝗃𝗧 available to her Tourney, and then Rotor potentially has the ability to take down 𝗬𝗃𝗆 in a single set, right? If you do something like an uppercut into a drill impact, some 𝗬𝗃𝗆s can't even live that, right? So Turbi has to tread lightly. If Schulzzy wants to read the 𝗬𝗃𝗧 swapping out because of that electric pressure, and he just full force doubles into the 𝗬𝗃𝗆's not going to be around too much longer.
Grandpa and 𝗬𝗃𝗆 on the field here. Schulzzy swapping out the Roller for that 𝗬𝗃𝗧 coming in. And the hasty lunge does follow through.
Wow.
Doing so much damage on this Grandpa. 63% HP. Actually, 53% HP rather. And the Jinx Whisper.
And Blue, I believe if this is a bait, it won't even be put to sleep.
Wow.
So beautiful read for Schulzzy. He saw Turbi potentially using that Jinx Whisper against Lulu. So he's like, you know, I'm not really threatened out on my Rotor, but might as well get some damage across, get that hook kick online. So Schulzzy already showing his brilliance nice and early, as you know, as early as turn 2, right? Getting that big proc, and now hook kick is staring down the 𝗬𝗶. Most 𝗬𝗶s are tech to live as single hook kick, but following it up with a nice little 𝗬𝗧 uppercut at the very least should be enough.
Yeah, absolutely. The bait gets procced, and now still this hyper speed, the high base speed 𝗬𝗧 coming through. Actually goes for the crystal bite, tries to secure the kill on the grandpa, which is understandable as well, and he does so. The 𝗧𝗵𝗶 on the 𝗬𝗶 will one-shot it out of the game. Absolutely insane there. Pick off.
And yeah, as soon as I thought about the hook kick, I'm like, of course the 𝗧𝗵𝗶 is online, but he used it before I got it out. But man, already eliminating 2 Temtems for Turbi. This is why Schulzzy is our #1 seed and easily taking him down. Turbi's already read between the lines. And let's see it. So Schulzzy virtually played it perfect. To be fair, it was only about 3 turns in that game #1. So yeah, played it perfectly for the first couple turns. And let's see, it does keep the same bans, it looks like. 𝗏𝗏𝗄's still gonna be getting the ban, and he does decide to start with the 𝗬𝗃𝗧.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, right, I don't think either player got enough information from that game to really switch up the bans. I mean, I'm sure Schulzzy got the memo. Oh, okay, my ban was perfectly fine, and you know, it's like, cool, we could just do a repeat. But 𝗬𝗃𝗧 picked up here for Turbi, now blue side. So Schulzzy gotta mix it up. Doesn't open with the 𝗂𝗀𝗎. I believe he opened with 𝗂𝗀𝗎 roller. So mixing it up, 𝗬𝗂𝗽𝗽𝗀𝗃 instead, sort of deterring the 𝗬𝗏 pick up here in the opening. Just melee damage should be too much. Oh, Turbi thinking about the 𝗏𝗏𝗡. Oh god, it's such a hard game for 𝗏𝗏𝗡. But what will be picked up instead?
Yeah, it would have been a little bit rough. That helicopter kick available to the 𝗬𝗃𝗧 would have been rough to bear. But you know, this has always been so good for Schulzzy, right? Because he has so much coverage on his team. You know, as we saw in the previous matchup, Turbi virtually went with the same thing, right? 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. But Schulzzy already switching things up, as you mentioned, right? Rotor 𝗂𝗀𝗎 for game 1, and completely different Temtems here for game #3. So just getting that good old nature pressure for the 𝗬𝗃𝗧, and then 𝗬𝗃𝗧 is just you know, nothing to be messed with, right? Gets that helicopter kick early on, crystal bite, devastating pressure turn 2. And hey, these 2 Temtems in the back looking quite powerful. We saw how much 𝗂𝗀𝗎 did on the likes of 𝗃𝗃𝗃. It's not going to be doing too much on 𝗃𝗃𝗃 since it is banned, of course, but it still packs a punch. Things like that 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗃 one-shotting the 𝗬𝗏𝗃, potentially even one-shotting the 𝗏𝗏𝗡. I wouldn't put it past the 𝗂𝗀𝗎 to do that as well. And it actually looks pretty good against the 𝗃𝗃𝗃 as well. So Schulzzy just looks like he has all the answers available to him. So Turbi is going to have to play this perfectly, I will say.
I think the biggest thing to note as well about mixing it up as well is you can't repeat the last game and just be like, okay, if I do this is my highest chance of playing this out properly. Completely mixing it up means you're going to have to figure it out as soon as the board state happens, and there are different, there are different potential possibilities now. You can't just determine right away what your first turn might be. But yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. This is game #2. So Schulzzy, one single game to be crowned our first ever monthly, or not monthly, but our first ever, or his first ever championship in our plus tournaments. As we said before, he was the runner up, so almost so close to tasting the gold. It looks like he's poised to do that here right today. So let's see. Turbi, as we said before, he does have access to that tsunami, but I don't think 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗃 feels too safe. But oh, this is the tech we saw in the Swiss rounds. Interesting.
Absolutely. The plague coming through onto that 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗃, but the brace as well on the Momo. Helicopter kick though on both these stems. The 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗃 lives at 5.3% HP. Turbi braces and holds on for dear life on the first turn, but the damage is so significant right now.
Man,
already.
At what cost? I know it was pretty nice. You do protect the Momo, But staying in with the 𝗧𝗵𝗺, I just don't feel it was worth it, right? Potentially swapping into the 𝗃𝗃𝗃 felt a little bit easier. Just eat the plague. But I don't know. Of course, Turbi has the bigger picture in mind. So here goes, bringing the 𝗃𝗃𝗃 this time. And maybe he's just letting it come in exactly when the Crystal Bite is here. But no, going for the Crystal Bite on the Momo. So bringing down to 3rd HP. The refresh just to really pack a punch on these Undermines following these next couple turns.
For sure. Trying to blast us a 𝗬𝗪𝚀 to 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 or whoever swaps into that position. I don't think the 𝗬𝗬𝚀 is getting hit to the Undermine. I mean, we probably know the 𝗬𝗬𝚀 is going to live through that. Even with +2 special attack, 𝗬𝗬𝚀 is, I believe, as far as I remember, still top 10 stat lines in the game. Absolutely ridiculous stat numbers. But 𝗬𝗪𝚀 will be swapped out for that 𝗂𝘀zy to eat that Undermine if it does come through. So Plague onto the 𝗃𝗃𝗃 one more time. And Undermine does follow through. Actually, we'll go for the 𝗬𝗬𝚀 trying to pick it off, but again, we'll just survive that. We'll take that to the face, 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, to speed up both the Momo and the 𝗃𝗃𝗃, just to try to outmatch the plagues that will follow, or the Thunder Punches, or really anything the 𝗂𝘀zy is able to dish out.
Exactly. So let's see. Hasty Lunge is online. Nature Synergies to his side. So perhaps a single Hasty Lunge should be enough to take down 45%. The pig is naturally pretty tanky, so maybe perhaps it lives. At +2 speed, I wouldn't be too surprised to see a Bamboozle protect it from potentially a Hasty Lunge. But we will see when this turn ends here if he does want to preserve the pig. And you know, Momo running out of stamina here. Potentially just a final knockback. Trying to do some damage either on the 𝗬𝗬𝚀 or the 𝗂𝘀zy. But oh, the Gust just to trap in the pig. So it should be focusing down the pig. It looks like his intention. That's his intentions anyways.
Hasty Lunge does commit to that 𝗃𝗃𝗃 kill, which will feint and curse into the 𝗂𝘀zy. Knockback. I believe this is to... Oh, actually goes on the 𝗂𝘀zy trying to kill it, and in fact it does. The Momo getting that done, but the Stab Master overexertion as well, so unable to do anything further this turn, or the next turn rather.
I think that was a really good kill though. I will say, I think that was a solid kill, because we saw 𝗧𝗵𝗺 from that 𝗂𝘀zy do devastating amounts of damage to the 𝗂𝗶𝗺, and as we said before, obviously would do the same to the 𝗬𝗪𝗀. So getting rid of the 𝗂𝘀zy is a really big step that Turbi needed to overcome. So well done for Turbi. Let's see if we can try to keep that momentum rolling. 𝗬𝗬𝚀 did overexert, so doesn't have to worry about the plague coming through. But what he does have to worry about is Sharp Stab is online, so I don't think 𝗧𝗵𝗺 has any three priority moves right now. So that simple little Sharp Stab on the 𝗧𝗵𝗺 should be enough to take it down. You could, of course, just swap into that 𝗂𝗶𝗺, but you have to tread carefully, right? The Schulzzy make the 5-head read, goes ahead and clicks Hook Kick, and no, just goes for the little Look Brace combo here.
Yeah, once again, going for it. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 gonna come through, though. And we'll pick off that 𝗧𝗵𝗺 as the 𝗬𝗪𝗀 gets its value down. And this will be an auto swap in for Turbi. Perhaps that's what he wanted, just get that tempo in for free. We'll see what comes in. So the 𝗂𝗶𝗺 comes through for the side of Turbi. And we get to see the 𝗬𝗪𝗀 this game. And, I mean, if you look at the back, there's still a gigantic roller in the back pocket. So, this 𝗬𝗪𝗀 is probably not going to be safe this entire game, honestly. But we'll see what Turbi can do with it.
Well, yeah, think about it. The rotor's still in the back line for Schulzzy. So, man, Schulzzy just putting on such a dominant performance. This man cannot be stopped. The hook kick is here. The mirroring guaranteeing that the hook kick will kill. Let's see if he goes for it here. The plague, just in case this is a super defensive 𝗂𝗶𝗺. Unless he's going for the Momo, of course, so it does get...
Oh, wait. Not bad.
Oh, wait a second,
might
Blue.
Kill. It does get a double kill, and now Schulzzy is down to Roller and the 𝗃𝗃𝗃, but that overexerts the Momo. However, that is it for the Momo. It'll most likely get picked off next turn, but the Roller and 𝗃𝗃𝗃 will be swapped in, and the 𝗂𝗶𝗺 is actually... This is the 𝗂𝗶𝗺's domain. He can land some plague, get some chip damage into the Roller so that the 𝗬𝗪𝗀 gets an easier time following up, because 𝗃𝗃𝗃 versus 𝗬𝗪𝗀, I think the 𝗬𝗪𝗀 will be able to outduel the 𝗃𝗃𝗃 So there's still some time here, and again, Schulzzy will have to invest stamina in picking off this bubble for once and for all. Perhaps a attack from the 𝗬𝗶, but most likely from the roller, just a stone ball. But yeah, again, Turbi 3v2, but the back pocket pick is 𝗏𝗏, and 𝗏𝗏 isn't in the 100%, you know, situational spot where he is able to carry this. And again, the roller is such a big threat.
Exactly right. You know, no longer it doesn't have the madness buff as we saw in the previous set. But man, you know, there is a little window that I feel Turbi can do. If you get the reactive vial procced on the rotor, at least 𝗏𝗏 can do some nice neutral damage. But if I'm being honest, being at 100% on both the rotor and the 𝗬𝗏 and both HP and stamina, that is just way too much of an advantage considering the Temtems remaining. Momo just overexerted, so is not able to deploy something crazy as we saw from the Undermine. If Momo still had one attack available to him, something like a nice little plague into Undermine probably gets a kill on one of these Tems. If that was available to him, I do think Turbi has it in the bag potentially. But with Momo being overexerted, it is looking quite rough. Something like a simple water cannon on the Momo and then a drill impact into Goring the following turn should be enough for the 𝗏𝗏. Or hey, potentially you don't have to worry about the Momo, but that could be your last words. So we'll see.
So 𝗏𝗏 does come in, water cannon to follow through. The 𝗏𝗏 doesn't go down, to Jinx Whisper on the roller. Oh, Flux, don't tell me. Don't tell me you're gonna do it to him.
Oh,
he
man.
got a madness buff?
The E-shot does get used, but the concession from Turbi.
Oh, no.
I guess he just knew. Even if you slept the rotor, it looks like he had it in the bag. So that is it, chat. GG, well played. We have ourselves a brand new champion in our tournament series, and his name is Schulzzy.